Hip-hop has always been about spitting rhymes and addressing societal issues. It mainly tackled racial discrimination. Now let's not kid ourselves. There was a time when parts of hip-hop culture were a bit iffy about the whole LGBTQ community. They had slang like sus, pause, or no homo. Fast forward to the late 90s and 2000s, it started grooving to the beats of gender and sexuality. There has been a growing presence of LGBTQ plus individuals in hip-hop. They include artists, activists, and performers who have successfully entered the mainstream music scene. In this video, we will focus on 9 rappers who are gay. Young M.A openly identifies as a lesbian. She frequently mentions her sexuality in her songs. She shared with interviewers at The Breakfast Club in 2016 that she knew she was gay since she was very young, even in first grade.
It was like first grade.
First grade?
Yeah. I thought I was weird though, you know what I mean? Like I thought I was the only one in the world that felt like that.
Really?
So I never said nothing for years to come, It's crazy because I used to act so much like a boy that people used to be like, you're like, you gay. Like, why you, like, stop denying it.
Although she was scared to tell her mother, it turned out her mom already had an idea and was accepting of it.
What did your mom say? Did she knew early on, clearly, also?
Yeah, my mom been knew. She used to try to get me to say it. Like, she wouldn't, like, force it, but she'll be like, you know, if you like girls, you know, you can always tell me. And I used to be like, nah, Mom. Like, why you keep saying that? Nah.
In an interview with Vogue, she talked about how important it was for her to openly acknowledge her attraction to women. She said that keeping this part of herself hidden for a long time had made it difficult for her to create music. In 2019, when asked about her sexual preference by Hollywood Unlocked's Jason Lee, she simply said, "No, I'm Young M.A. We don't do no labels. I just wouldn't date a guy. Nah, bro, I don't like that." Telling her family she was into girls at 18 was a big moment in her rap career. She confirmed this in an interview with Noisy Raps.
Once I came out officially, like, that's when all the girls came about. That's when it was a wrap.
She also said people connect with her more now because she's more comfortable with herself. Later in the conversation, she talked about how being true to herself turned everything into music for her. Music became a way for her to express herself and deal with her feelings, especially about her sexuality, which she had kept hidden for a long time. She explained that growing up in New York City was important in her journey of accepting herself and understanding her sexuality. She said, "In New York City, it's popular. I used to think to myself, man, there's a lot of gay people out there, and it made me comfortable. It was like, I can be myself. I used to still try to hide it until it was overwhelming. There were just too many girls attracted to me." However, although she's open about being a lesbian, she doesn't want it to define her career. In 2016, Young M.A became famous in music with her super popular song, Ooh. It was so big that it reached the top 20 on Billboard 100 and got over 400 million views on YouTube. After this big start, she was nominated for BET's Artiste of the Year and MTV's Female Hip Hop Artist of the Year. She even got featured in magazines. She's endorsed big brands like Beats by Dre and Google Pixel 2 in their global advertising campaigns. She even appeared in a Pandora ad. Young M.A didn't just do TV commercials, she also appeared on TV shows. She shared the stage with Alicia Keys on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. In the following years, she gained recognition from Forbes, who featured her on their 30 Under 30 list. This was mostly because she launched the Queens Foundation in partnership with her mother. In 2019, she was in the news when Kodak Black mentioned her in his song Pimpin' Ain't Easy, using offensive language about lesbians. Young M.A responded on Instagram Live, calling Kodak's behavior weird. Island Boys. On August 1st, 2023, Flay Soulja, one of the famous Florida rap and TikTok duo Island Boy, publicly announced that he is gay. This revelation came after a video showed him kissing his twin brother. During a live stream, he openly identified himself as a top, meaning he takes the dominant role in romantic relationships with men. He said, "I'm a top, I'm never a bottom, I'm a top." You understand what I'm saying? He went on to emphasize that his truth is that he is attracted to men, and he sincerely seeks support because this is his reality right now. He said, "I'm like that, for real. You gotta support me because you feel me. I like men, and it is what it is. I'm a top, but I'm a top at the end of the day. That's just what's going on." The Venegas brothers trended for sharing an incestuous video where they kissed. Before the kissing incident, one of them, Alex, started an OnlyFans profile. They shared some provocative pictures to get attention for the account. Alex asked people to join if they wanted more excitement and posted a picture with his brother asking if they should kiss. But in later pictures, they only posed close together without actually kissing. Some people accused them of pretending to be incestuous to get attention. However, they responded to this criticism by sharing a video where they actually kissed, with the caption, "Make out," and a kiss emoji. Social media users did not take kindly to the video. A tweet from a user said they can't believe they're blood brothers. The tweet says, "They're biological brothers, This is what happens when you sell your soul to the devil. Another individual said it's okay to be gay but could not accept such acts from siblings. The tweet says, nah, it's not even a gay thing. How the f are you doing it with your own brother? Another person says, just watch the Island Boys kiss. So I think that's enough internet for today. Meanwhile, another comment shares an interesting perspective. The comment says, man, they want to be relevant so bad. Later, the duo defended the viral kiss video, saying it wasn't meant to be sexual, but many people on social media were still upset about it. Boozy Badass also spoke up, saying he was worried that hip-hop was becoming more feminine. His tweet says, Island Boys kissing, painting their nails, BBL's SMH, I'm sick of this feminine rap game. These MFS about to start wearing thongs and eyelashes next. And you wonder why the women taking over cause y'all trying to be them in back of y'all. Mind some days y'all want to be my bad city girls. After their video appeared on DJ Academic's Instagram, one of the brothers tried to protect himself and his twin. In the comments, he said it was just for attention and fame. He wrote, ha ha ha, I got everyone paying attention, I knew it. He added crying emojis. Well, if the only goal is to get famous, French kissing your brother is a hell of a way to achieve that. As teenagers, the brothers decided to try their hand at rap while they were in prison. A video of them rapping together trended on Twitter in October 2021. Their unique appearance, diamond-studded teeth, tattoos, and standing dreadlocks made them stand out and turned their video into an internet sensation, especially on TikTok. In November, with full production support, the duo released a song called I'm an Island Boy, which gained a lot of attention. They promoted it, but their live performances at Miami's club received mixed reviews. By May 2022, there was news that the Island Boys were participating in a reality show called Ultimate Social Boxing. A documentary called Trolled, The Untold Story of the Twin Islanders, was released in December of the same year. It is about the lives of the duo, covering both their professional and personal experiences. Lil Nas X. In June 2019, Lil Nas X came out as gay to his dad and sister. He was inspired to do so despite concerns about how his fans would react. He publicly declared his sexual orientation on June 30th, which is the last day of Pride Month. This declaration confirmed clues he had previously given in his song Closure, which Rolling Stone praised for its gentle exploration of self-honesty, maturity, and self-acceptance. He tweeted, some of y'all already know, some of y'all don't care, some of y'all not gonna with me no more. But before this month ends, I want y'all to listen closely to Closure. He also added a rainbow emoji. In his next tweet, he pointed out the rainbow-colored design on the cover of his EP, saying, thought I made it obvious. A few days later, in an interview on BBC Breakfast, he openly stated that he's gay.
You've given hints. What do you think you've revealed?
That I am gay.
He explains that he initially considered keeping this aspect of his identity hidden, but ultimately decided to come out to be true to himself.
I mean, it's just something that, I was considering just like never just doing it ever, just like taking to the grave or something, but it was like, I don't want to just live my entire life, especially, how I just got to where I'm at, just like not doing what I want to do.
He also wants to inspire others who may be struggling with their own identities.
And I'm also, I feel like, opening doors for more people.
The conversation touches on the significance of Lil Nas X's coming out in the context of the country and hip-hop communities, both of which have not always been openly accepting.
What are you hoping the reaction will be to you saying, I'm gay?
That they feel more comfortable pretty much. Because it's like, especially within the country and the hip-hop communities, which both songs combine, it's like, it's not really accepted in either.
The interview concludes with a discussion about potential backlash and how Lil Nas X plans to handle negativity on the internet.
Learning the internet over the past couple of years, I used to be that person being negative, so it's like, I'm not angry or anything, because it's like I understand, how they just want that reaction, but I'm just gonna joke back with them. So.
The news got mostly supportive reactions, but it also got a lot of hate on social media, especially homophobic comments. Lil Nas X didn't just ignore this negativity. He reacted to some of them. It wasn't just regular people being negative, even some hip-hop artists joined in, showing that there's still a lot of homophobia in the hip-hop world. For instance, Pastor Troy caused a stir in 2020 by criticizing what Lil Nas X wore to the Grammy Awards. But Lil Nas X responded confidently, saying, damn, I look good in that pic on God. In January 2023, recently, Lil Nas X posted on Twitter about his sexuality. He asked if people would be upset if he felt a little bisexual. His tweet says, "Would y'all be mad at me if I thought I was a little bisexual?" This left some people confused. The next day, he seemed to clarify this confusion, saying it would be the last time he talked about it. He says, "That was my last time coming out the closet, I promise." Lil Nas X became famous when he released his country rap song, Old Town Road, which stayed at the top of the Billboard 100 for a record-breaking 19 weeks. After the success of Old Town Road, Lil Nas X released an EP called 7, which included Grammy-nominated Panini and Rodeo featuring Nas and Cardi B. His first full-length studio album, Montero, had several hit songs like Montero, Industry Baby, and That's What I Want. It even got nominated for Album of the Year at the Grammy Awards. Lil Nas X is known for his LGBTQ visuals and strong presence on social media. He has won numerous awards, including Grammys, MTV Video Music Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards, Billboard Music Awards, iHeartRadio Music Awards, and American Music Awards. He has also been recognized on Forbes' 30 Under 30 Inches list, and Time Magazine included him in their annual list of influential people on a global scale. Ice Spice. Ice Spice has been open and has never been shy about her sexual preferences for a while. In September 2021, she mentioned it in a tweet that said, "What's it called when you're attracted to masculinity in women and femininity in men?" This hinted that she had more to share. During a discussion with Darden, Spice expressed her dislike for people who are hesitant to talk about their attraction to both sexes. After she released her song Bikini Bottom, she made a short video for Genius. In the video, she talked about what the song's lyrics mean. She confidently told everyone about her sexual orientation.
So I was just like, they need to know, like, we're here and we're queer. So, period.
She also confirmed it on Ebro in the Morning and other interviews.
You date squares?
Not squares, but I like
It's just a regular guy.
good boys and girls.
Even though her image and music appeal to female fans, and she gets support from female rappers like Nicki Minaj, her masculine fans still like her. Ice Spice appeals to people who stick to traditional gender roles and those who don't. She has a strong impact, and she says it's because she's true to herself. She's not just popular with girls, the LGBTQ+ community loves her too, and she loves them back. She makes music that matches her style, and it's loved by many. On Impact, she said, "I wouldn't say girls specifically because the gays love me, and I love the gays. I'm just making music that I like, honestly. Everybody could really vibe to the beats. The beats is the most important thing. The beats be hard, and be wanting to hear that too. So I feel like everything else complements it." Ice Spice, whose birth name is Isis Naija Gaston, was born at the start of the millennium on January 1st, 2000, in New York City's Bronx, specifically in the Fordham Road neighborhood where she grew up. She is the oldest among her 5 siblings. Her father, Joseph Gaston, used to be an underground rapper with African-American roots. Her mother, Charina Almanzar, is Dominican and worked at a car dealership. Unfortunately, they divorced when Ice Spice was just 2 years old. Her parents had busy jobs when she was young, so she often stayed with her cousins and grandparents. She went to a school in the Bronx and later to Sacred Heart High School in Yonkers, which is based on Catholic values. She got into music when she was just 7, listening to artists like Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim. She started writing poetry and eventually began rapping from elementary school through high school. Her dad's love for rap music and exposure to artists like Jay-Z and 50 Cent played a big role. Nicki Minaj had a big influence on her, inspiring her to become a rapper. She adopted the stage name Ice Spice during her early years in high school. After successfully graduating from high school, she went on to college at the State University of New York. She studied biology and was part of the volleyball team. In her second year of college, Ice Spice decided to leave because she felt it didn't suit her. As the oldest of 4 siblings, Ice Spice naturally took on the role of looking out for them. To support herself financially, she worked at the Gap and Wendy's. Ice Spice gained a lot of attention after releasing Munch in late 2022, which became popular on TikTok. She followed it up with other singles like In Ha Mood and Bikini Bottom before releasing her first EP titled Like in 2023. One of her songs, Gangsta Boo, featuring Lil Che, made it onto the Billboard 100. Several of her songs, including Boy's a Liar Part 2 with Pink Pantheress, Karma with Taylor Swift, Princess Diana with Nicki Minaj, and Barbie World with Nicki Minaj and Aqua, peaked in the top 10. Tyler, the Creator. Unlike the first 4 entries on this list, Tyler's sexual orientation has led to many guesses and questions. He's been open about having same-sex relationships or feeling attracted to men in his music and interviews. In a 2015 interview with Rolling Stone, he said he's gay, and his friends didn't think it was a big deal. In another interview in 2017 with Noisey, he revealed that he'd been in a romantic relationship with someone of the same sex since he was just 15. In his interview with fashion magazine Fantastic Man, Tyler talked about a line from his song Flower Boy, where he says, "I've been kissing white boys Boy since 2004. He said, "It's still such a gray area with people, which is cool with me. Even though I'm considered loud and out there, I'm private, which is a weird dichotomy." This means he believed the line in the song still confuses many people, and he finds that interesting. Despite being seen as outgoing and outspoken, he also has a private side, which is a bit contradictory. Some people see his album Igor as telling a story about a romantic relationship between Tyler and another man who is dealing with his bisexuality secretly. When you look at the song Wilshire from his album Call Me If You Get Lost, you find lyrics like, "I could a trillion every country I done been in. Men or women, it don't matter. If I seen them, then I had them." Additionally, the deluxe version of the album has a song called Sorry Not Sorry, where he expresses regret about keeping his past male partners a secret and apologizes to women who might have been deceived into thinking otherwise. He said, "Sorry to the guys I had to hide. Sorry to the girls I had to lie to." This suggests that he kept his previous male partners hidden from the public eye. The music video for this song gives us a deeper look at how the artist is saying sorry. In the video, he uses different characters from his past album covers to show us his apologies. When he talks about his sexuality, he becomes the character from his 2017 Flower Boy album. In the video, Tyler says sorry to different groups of people. This includes his mother, old friends, disappointed fans who hoped he would change, and even some individuals for using the wrong pronouns when talking about them. He said, "Sorry, I don't want to bro down. Sorry, I don't know your pronouns. I don't mean no disrespect. Oh, I'm out of touch and I'm a jerk." Some people believe he's just playing a character called Flower Boy who kisses men, but if he's being dishonest, then it's been a hell of a long and committed con. In 2015, he tweeted, "I tried to come out the damn closet like 4 days ago and no one cared." And in another one of his rap lyrics, he said, "How can I be homophobic when my boyfriend's a fag? And we've been hiding in the closet like our passion is fashion, still trying to come out." In the past, he has used hurtful language about LGBTQ+ people, and he's made vague jokes about being interested in white guys with freckles. He also caused controversy by wearing a t-shirt that mixed neo-Nazi symbols with the rainbow, which might be seen as something he did on purpose. Tyler has often faced backlash due to his use of anti-gay slurs, notably the constant use of in song lyrics and social media posts. Despite claims against him for being homophobic, he defended it as a misunderstood context, saying, "I'm not homophobic. I just say and use gay as an adjective to describe stupid." Furthermore, he stated, "I'm not homophobic. I just think it hits and hurts people." Tyler is a founding member of Odd Future, and he has achieved a lot in his career. He's won 2 Grammys and many other honors, like the BET Hip Hop Award, a Brit Award, and an MTV Video Music Award. In 2009, he released his first mixtape, Bastard, which got a lot of attention in the online music press because it had a unique horrorcore sound and provocative lyrics. His career took off when he released his first studio album, Goblin, in 2011 with the hit song Yonkers. After that, with his second album, Wolf, in 2013, he started shifting from hardcore style to alternative hip-hop genres. However, the most significant change in his music came in 2015, starting with Cherry Bomb. He began to focus on blending melodies with jazz tunes, and this style continued in his later albums like Call Me If You Get Lost, Igor, and Flower Boy. Frank Ocean. Ocean wrote a public letter originally meant for the liner notes of his album Channel Orange. Liner notes are like info sheets that usually come with music albums, especially CDs or vinyl records. They have details about the album, like song lyrics, who played the music, shout-outs, and more background stuff about the artist and the music-making process. In the case of Frank Ocean's Channel Orange, the reference to liner notes means that he initially wanted to address rumors about his past attraction to another man. At first, he wanted to put this letter in the album's physical packaging so people who bought it could read it. Instead, he decided to post it on his Tumblr blog on July 4th, 2012, so more people could read it online. In the letter, he looked back on his feelings for a guy he had a crush on when he was 19, describing it as his first real experience with love. He not only thanked this man, but also to express his gratitude to his mother and close friends. He said, "I don't know what happens now, and that's all right. I don't have any secrets I need kept anymore. I feel like a free man." After Ocean revealed his truth, many famous people praised him, including Jay-Z and Beyonce. In the hip-hop community, most people reacted positively to this news. Tyler, the creator, and other members of OFWGKTA, a music group, also tweeted their support for Ocean. In a piece he wrote for Global Grind, Russell Simmons celebrated Ocean's announcement. He said it's an important day for hip-hop culture because it helps us understand ourselves better. He also found Ocean's courage in openly discussing his sexual orientation inspiring, especially for young people who still feel scared. He said, "Today is a big day for hip-hop. It is a day that will define who we really are, how compassionate passionate will we be? How loving can we be? How inclusive are we? Your decision to go public about your sexual orientation gives hope and light to so many young people still living in fear. In 2012, when asked about being bisexual, Ocean mentioned that life changes a lot, just like his feelings about music styles or labels. This means how he feels about things, including his sexual orientation, can evolve over time. He said, "I'll respectfully say that life is dynamic and comes along with dynamic experiences, and the same sentiment that I have towards genres of music, I have towards a lot of labels and boxes and After a tragic nightclub shooting in Orlando that killed 49 people in June 2016, Ocean wrote a heartfelt piece about his sadness and frustration. He talked about how he first experienced homophobia and transphobia at 6 years old, even from his own father. Ocean was saddened by how this kind of hatred can be passed down through generations, leading to thoughts of suicide. Because of Ocean's public revelation, his father sued him for $14.5 million in 2017, claiming defamation. However, after a serious court hearing on October 17th of the same year, where Ocean, his parents, and others testified under oath, the court decided there wasn't enough evidence to support his father's claim. Frank Ocean is well known for his deep lyrics and unique music style. Critics love his work, and he's won 2 Grammy Awards and a Brit Award for Best International Male Solo Artist. His first 2 studio albums were even included in Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time in 2020. Ocean started by writing songs for other people before joining the influential hip-hop group Odd Future in 2010. A year later, he released his first mixtape, Nostalgia Ultra, which helped him get a recording contract with Def Jam Records. His debut album, Channel Orange, combines R&B and soul and won Best Urban Contemporary Album at the Grammys in 2013. It was also nominated for Album of the Year, along with the single Thinking About You. Time magazine recognized Ocean as one of the most influential people in the world during that time. He took a 4-year break to work on himself and then released Endless to meet old contract commitments that had become difficult. After that, he released Blonde independently, which showcased his experimental style. It received high praise from critics and topped various charts. Ocean also ventured into the fashion industry with an elegant and stylish collection. Lil J. Rumors about King Lil J's sexual orientation started spreading online on July 18, 2023, when a video from prison showed him with another guy. In the video, it looks like a male prisoner is sitting on his lap. Shortly after, in a phone call from prison, the artist explained these assumptions. He said, "Y'all try to tarnish the face, man. Y'all try anything. Face don't match, tattoos don't match, body don't, skin tone. Come on, man, make it make sense." The big uproar after the prison footage was released was because people had heard these rumors before, but he had denied them all. In an interview that took place a year earlier, Say Cheese TV asked Jay about rumors regarding his sexuality. He said he had no reason to be involved romantically with a gay person.
That was the most goofiest shit I ever heard in my life. And I knew it had to come from somebody goofy or something. Niggas don't never play my name like that, man. He never said no gay shit when I was out, none of that shit. Why the f? But I do anything with a gay motherfucker, I f all the.
He also said he bears no ill will towards those who identify as gay, but he enjoys the company of women.
I ain't got nothing against the gay people. I f all the. I love to death. I love it. That shit fool, man. He's made that rumor up.
He mentions that rumors are a common occurrence and that people tend to believe anything they see on the internet. He seems unfazed by these rumors and mentions that his close friends know the truth, as does he.
Man, trying to clear his name up. Everybody just ran with it. It was a rumor. That's what rumors do. I can't be about that. My know the truth. I know the truth. It's the end of that. Once one see it like a virus, one see it, the next see it, he gonna believe it. I went back to really defend myself anyway, so I ain't gonna about that.
Immediately, the news of him being with a man in prison came out. Many people referred to this interview video. Someone said, "The Oscar award goes to this young man." Another said, "As a psychology major, I've studied body language for long enough to know this dude is lying." Someone who commented on the interview video after the jail video came out said, "This video should be proof that anyone can lie right to your face and show no signs of deception." He looked like he was being honest. In a different interview on Say Cheese, 600 Breezy talked about whether these rumors are true. This was also before the prison video was released. He stressed that folks in jail who spent lots of time with Lil J were already discussing this before it became news. He thinks these accusations aren't just because of hate or jealousy.
If you got people calling from jail and people getting out, and multiple people, before he was even free, they were saying the things that they were saying about him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because there's proof of that. Ain't nobody finna, you know what I'm saying, just make up those type of allegations on your name and just run with it.
There were also rumors of Lil J fighting another inmate because the person harassed his prison boyfriend. In 2019, he was sentenced to 12 years in prison for planning a murder, which started from a drug deal gone bad and ended with someone getting hurt. He claimed self-defense, but he was still found guilty. Back in 2015, he got in trouble for recklessly firing a weapon, which led to his arrest and a $400,000 bail. Despite being in jail, King Lil J continues to make music. Taylor Bennett. On Wednesday, January 18th, 2017, rapper and Chance the Rapper's younger sibling, Taylor Bennett, announced on Twitter that he is bisexual one day before his 21st birthday. Bennett said he plans to be more open and honest in the coming year. He shared that he's bisexual, hoping to make fans who might be going through the same thing feel more at ease. He thinks that by sharing this on social media, he can create a support system for others with similar struggles. His tweet said, "My birthday is tomorrow, and moving into next year, I'd like to be more open about myself to help others that struggle with the same issues. Growing up, I've always felt indifferent about my sexuality and being attracted to one sex, and today, I would like to openly come out to my fans. I do recognize myself as a bisexual male and have always openly supported the gay community and will keep doing so in 2017, #thank you." After Bennett shared his sexual orientation on Twitter, Chance showed his brotherly support by saying, "Love this man right here, through any and all. He has grown into a great man. He's got God and me behind him. He cannot fail. He cannot fall." Many people praised Bennett for his courage. One person on Twitter said, "Proud of you, man. Bi men do exist, and I'm glad you are comfortable to share that with us." Another fan thanked Bennett, saying, "Thank you, Taylor Bennett, and thank you for your support of LGBTQ community." About 2 years after he first revealed his LGBTQ identity, Taylor Bennett publicly confirmed it again when he and the mother of their firstborn shared a picture on November 29, 2018, expressing love for each other and gratitude for their new blessing. When someone questioned his LGBTQ identity due to recent events, Bennett calmly replied, "I am the B, meaning bisexual," and explained what it meant. He also suggested they look it up on Google if they needed more information. In an interview with Jason Lee, Taylor Bennett talks about his life as a bisexual person and how it has affected his career and community support. Jason Lee praises Bennett for proudly embracing his bisexuality and being a strong advocate for the LGBTQ+ community. They both stress the significance of using their influence to support the community, no matter what career they pursue. Jason asked Bennett about his challenges while summoning the courage to come out. Bennett reveals that he didn't come out until he was 21, highlighting that this decision was profound, as it could change various aspects of his life, including his career as a hip-hop artist. He acknowledges that many LGBTQ+ individuals, particularly youth, face homelessness after coming out due to rejection by their families. Bennett expresses that he felt relatively stable and supported in his life at that time, which influenced his decision to come out.
It wasn't an easy thing. Like, I didn't come out until I was 21, and I also say I think a big difference between me and a lot of other people that do come out, like, I had friends around me.
Bennett has a unique rap style, much like his brother. He's been influenced by artists like Kendrick Lamar, Nas, and Twista, who've all had an impact on his music in some way. He particularly admires how Kanye West's album, College Dropout, focused on making enjoyable music. His brother advised him to build a loyal fan base before trying to become widely known, a strategy Chance thought was essential for any artist. Following this idea, he performed at local venues and even got to share the stage with his idol Nas at the 2014 Lollapalooza after party. Their collaboration on the title track of his mixtape, Broad Shoulders, was a significant success. In 2015, Bennett released Broad Shoulders, featuring Jordan Bratton, Talia Stewart, and Logan Parks, many of whom are from Chicago. I Love McConan. In the early morning of January 20th, 2017, I Love McConan posted on Twitter for several reasons. First, he wanted to show that he's a fashion trendsetter. Then he wanted everyone to know that he's gay. He shared this information on Twitter in a very relaxed way. This tweet confirmed what people had been speculating about for a long time. He called the talk about his sexuality old news, but it was the first time he openly said he's gay. He said, "As a fashion icon, I can't tell you about everybody else's closet. I can only tell you about mine, and it's time. I've come out, and since y'all love breaking news, here's some old news to break. I'm gay, and now I've told you about my life. Maybe you can go live yours." Many people on Twitter showed strong support for I Love McConan when he came out about his sexual orientation. They expressed their pride and congratulations. Today, rap music is generally less homophobic than before. However, when McConan openly shared that he's gay on Twitter, Migos, who had worked with him on the remix of his 2015 song Whip It, didn't offer support. In an interview with Rolling Stone, they seemed uncomfortable talking about McConan's revelation. In In the end, they believed that this disclosure somehow made his credibility weaker, and they found it unsatisfying. Writer Jonah Weiner described a conversation with Migos, where they were talking about how much they love Atlanta's diversity. When Jonah brought up McConnon's recent coming out on Twitter, Migos had a surprising reaction. There was an awkward silence, then Quavo loudly exclaimed, "Damn, McConnon." Jonah mentioned the support he had seen online for McConnon's decision. In response, Quavo asked with a raised eyebrow, "They supported him?" Offset chimed in, saying, "That's because the world is f***ed up." And Takeoff added, "This world is not right." Quavo clarified that they weren't against LGBTQ plus individuals, saying, "We ain't saying there's anything wrong with the gays." However, he suggested that McConnon's coming out might affect his credibility because he had initially built his image around topics like drug dealing and selling Molly. He then frowned and said, "That's whack, bro." The trio received a lot of criticism on social media for their comments. In response, they decided to address the issue publicly. In their statement, they emphasized the importance of being true to oneself and staying authentic. They also expressed their admiration for McConnon's music and conveyed their hope that he wouldn't feel the need to hide his true self. They expressed sadness that society often pressures people to keep their sexual orientation a secret, and they didn't think it was fair for anyone to be asked about it. McConnon was not buying it and explained that the trio only retracted their previous comments about his sexual preference because their song Bad and Boujay had become a #1 hit. He basically said, "Did someone mention credible and not mention incredible? That's really my only comment." McConnon continued, "Was there not an in front of that credible? You see how friends do in interviews, so it's like, oh well, with friends like these, who need enemies? And now you gotta come back with some sorry excuse. Nah, that's only cause you got the No 1 record and you didn't want to f it up." He also said, "They ain't got no problem with gay people. They song is Versace. Like the Gianni Versace is the gayest. They ain't got issues with him. Why they got issues with me?" 4 years after openly coming out as gay, I Love McConnon took to Twitter to shed light on how his sexual orientation has affected his career. The rapper expressed concerns about how he's not acknowledged for his role in shaping hip-hop's sound in the mid-2010s. In one of his posts, McConnon starts with, "Why they love leaving me out of the 2014 to 2015 music talks nowadays, the shade the blogger girls and music sites be giving. Honey, was I not there?" He questions whether this silence is because he openly declared himself homosexual. He goes on to explain that since that moment, people have questioned his musical talent and originality, attempting to downplay his influence. With a touch of humor, he adds, "Is it 'cause I came out as gay? Since I came out as gay, everyone has tried to discredit my music talents and originality and influence. I know y'all ashamed to say you was on a gay man's but just keep it 100 since everyone's so real nowadays." McConnon also shared his personal experience dealing with homophobia in the hip-hop industry. He expressed his surprise and frustration at people who thought he had come out as gay for publicity. He explained that he didn't have any albums or promotions going on when he made his announcement. He found it ridiculous that some people thought he was using his sexuality as a marketing gimmick. He was upset that these individuals chose not to support him, even though they knew it was a risky move in the music industry. Furthermore, McConnon highlighted a contradiction within the rap community. He pointed out that many rappers openly embrace fashion designed by gay individuals and even use their creations, like designer handbags. Yet, there's a reluctance to appreciate music made by gay artists. He questioned why this contradiction exists. If you enjoyed this video, click on the card showing on your screen right now for more videos about the hip-hop community.